While I have my reasons why I would never stay at the Iberostar Waves Costa Dorada resort again, it's not fair for me to tell you not to stay there. All I can do is give the good and the bad, the pros and cons. Then you can decide whether you should stay at the Iberostar Waves Costa Dorada resort. Iberostar Waves has my favorite resort layout. The property is rectangular. The lobby, theater, and restaurants are at one end of the property. Rooms are in a row on either side of the property. In the center is the main pool area. At the opposite end of the property is the beach. Top-notch layout with space to walk around and many different areas to relax, giving you a nice variety during your stay. There is one main pool area. You could argue that there are 3 sections, as there is the main pool in the center, and on each end there are smaller pools separated by stairs. The size of the pool is great and does have a swim-up bar. Unfortunately, Iberostar has the dirtiest pool I have ever seen at a resort. I'm not talking about just some leaves from the trees above, or dead bugs floating on the water, although there is plenty of both. I'm talking about clumps of hair in the pool. While in the pool, I practice snorkeling. Usually, the water is very clear, but the Iberostar pool water was murky. They need to skim the pool much more often and also improve the pool filtration system. Off of the courtyard and close to the theater is a covered games area. You'll find 2 pool tables, 1 air hockey, 1 foosball, and a little kids ride. Nothing is included though. You'll need to purchase tokens from the machine. Each game is either 2 or 3 tokens per play. It's a fun hangout area to get a break from the sun, or go in the evening if you don't want to watch the theater show. I'm happy when I see a pool bar menu. It means that Iberostar has taken time to curate specialty drinks. But when you order those drinks and you get the response, "We don't have that," or "ran out of ingredients," well, it defeats the purpose of a drinks menu. So I ordered what I would consider a pretty standard resort drink. And I got the response, "Never heard of it, I don't know how to make it." What drinks they could make were not very tasty. Low quality alcohol and what I would consider untrained bartenders. Majority of the time, I just ended up ordering a rum and coke. Everything I said about drinks does not pertain to the drinks I ordered in the evening at the lobby bar. I really enjoyed the lobby bar area. It was the only place on the entire resort to get a good drink, and my favorite place to hang out in the evening. It's right next to the theater, which means it isn't quiet, but not overly loud where you have to shout to have a conversation. Drinks menu at the lobby bar was unique, and the bartenders are what I would call mixologists. Did not have one bad drink at the lobby bar. I already did a full video showing and talking about my room, but to summarize, the rooms were old, dated, and not very clean. I found a large toenail on the floor for Pete's sake. The room was simply a place to lay your head. No charm, no personality, and no reason to be in your room any longer than absolutely necessary. I'm calling pro number 4 theater, but it's not just the theater. It's also the courtyard. In the evening, there would be a musician either playing the saxophone, piano, or guitar. There are nightly shows at the theater with plenty of seating and views of the stage no matter where you are sitting. Fabulous evening atmosphere all around the theater and courtyard area. Typically, my vacation is 7 or 8 days. During my stay, I like variety in dining. Iberostar only has 3 restaurants, and one is not worth going to, meaning you're either going to get tired of the menus or you'll be going to the buffet a lot. Every day at lunch, there was a barbecue on the beach. The 2 best meals I had the entire trip were from the beach barbecue. During the week, I saw 4 different dishes being made. The chefs appeared to rotate the items throughout the week. 2 of the days, they made a paella or a Chinese fried rice. On another day, they grilled a variety of the most juicy, succulent meats. All the meats were extremely flavorful. Another meal at the barbecue they prepared was a local stew. Unfortunately, I didn't catch the name of it. The stew was bursting with spices, meat, and vegetables. The cooks suggested adding white rice to it. Fantastic meal and a shining example of what food the Dominican Republic has to offer. On the opposite end of the spectrum was the food at the buffet. It was not the variety that was disappointing. It was more the flavor. Nothing really tasted all that good. Edible? Of course. When it comes to trying food, I'm not shy. I put many different dishes on my plate. But it was letdown after letdown after letdown. Even at breakfast I struggled. Stay away from the scrambled eggs. There is something like burnt dough added. The ice cream at the buffet is the perfect analogy for the rest of the buffet food. Looks good, looks flavorful, appears to be a lot of variety, but then you taste it and discover they're all the same flavor, with food coloring to make it appear as if they are different. Iberostar Costa Dorada buffets believe in quantity over quality, and that's a problem. Perhaps what I consider cons you don't care about. Maybe the pros I've listed convinced you to book your next stay at Iberostar. Either way, I won't be going back to the Iberostar Waves Costa Dorada Resort. I'll see you on the next one.